You know, every time you usually see me, I'm in a good mood, but guess what? I woke up and I'm not in a good mood today. Brooks Jensen, when you hit me with that cowbell, you woke me up and you brought a flavor out of me that nobody has ever seen. So tonight, this one is personal. It's the first ever Bull Rope match of my career, and you best believe I'm gonna savor that flavor.
Tonight, there is no coffee puns, no escape. The both of us tied to an unforgiving bull rope with a chunk of steel in the middle. There is no fun tonight, but there is one thing, and that is pain on you, Cappuccino Jones, courtesy of the bad man that hails from Alabama, Bama, Brooks Jensen.
I'm a G like Ali, I'm in the alley while I'm in Cali. And I'm in my body, I got sick quicker than whipping a rally. I leave a man red like Carrie, where am I Batman carry, you know? Ain't nobody to get know what it's flow, no, key to key, I'm a blow.
As we welcome everyone in here on Tubi, Blake Howard alongside Peter Rosenberg. A lot of personal issues look to be settled tonight, but we've got a brand new era in the women's division.
Can you imagine having a piece of the magic?
At this time, please welcome the new WWE Evolve Women's Champion, Wendy Choo.
As what an emotional night it was just 7 days ago on Tubi when Wendy Choo outlasted 7 other stars to become the new Evolve Women's Champion. And you know, Peter, this is a moment she's waited for her entire career.
Absolutely well-deserved, a veteran of the ring, and now a WWE Evolve Championship for Wendy Choo. I've never seen her this happy. A glow. She is glowing.
And this awake.
Bro, who would have thought? I can't believe it. You know, just a few months ago, I was in therapy trying to find out who I was. And then I still didn't find it. But last week, I definitely found myself because I was the survivor of the Gauntlet Eliminator match, and I became your WWE Evolve Women's Champion. You can call me Champ Choo. But in all seriousness, this is where the work truly begins. And I'm gonna be honest, that women's locker room, they are hungrier than ever. And so I will keep my promise and be a fighting champion. And so I spoke to Foreman Thatcher, and we agreed that I get to choose my very first opponent. And I'm gonna choose somebody special. I'm not just gonna choose anyone. I'm gonna choose someone who had a very similar path as I did. Somebody who has been grinding on the indies for over a decade. Somebody who has worked their behind just to step foot in a WWE ring. I want my very first opponent to be Laney Luck.
Okay.
Well, here comes the ID prospect.
What an opportunity for Laney Luck.
Wendy Choo already giving back as Evolve Women's Champion. We know Wendy's been a locker room leader for quite some time, Peter, and what a great way to show by example.
Absolutely appreciating someone else who's done the work in Laney Luck.
Wendy, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you. We'll take it.
You have earned this. And I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little taken by surprise, but for most of all, I am honored. I'm honored because, you know, your first opponent, that's huge. And it kind of feels like maybe my luck is turning around. Because after last week, Sloane Jacobs, when she turned on me and I was eliminated from that gauntlet match, I didn't think I was gonna get a title opportunity anytime soon, let alone whatever it takes.
Okay, enough with the luck and the opportunities. Wendy, you got lucky last week by beating me with a roll-up. I literally beat Tyra, Callie, PJ in one match. So if anybody should be the first challenger, it should be none other than Big Cat Kida. Okay. Now I've been doing some deep dive and meditation in the grass, receiving divine messages, cause you know, divine feline. Both of you are running out of luck.
Oh,
Jacobs!
Talk about making a statement. Sloane Jacobs drops Laney Luck. Nikita Lyons dropping the new Evolve Women's Champion.
Are you telling me that Nikita and Sloane have some sort of alliance now?
Well, Sloane Jacobs made quite the impact ever since returning to the WWE or coming to Evolve. Oh! And Wendy, who tried to offer her first championship opportunity to Laney Luck.
Oh, goodness.
As Sloane sent packing. And Wendy Choo, we talk about targets growing on the back when you win a championship. Wendy Choo has a lot of stars coming her way. Now let's take a look at one of the newest prospects on Wednesday nights.
Wrestling is not just a sport, not just a competition. Wrestling is art. Como cualquier artista, yo busco inspirarme para cuando entro en el ring. I'm gonna create moments. I'm gonna create opportunity. I'm gonna create my legacy. Creando así de mi propia manera, con mi propio estilo. Freestyle, un estilo que honra mi cultura española. Que da todo lo mío de manera más pura. Y que crea como nadie ha creado. My name is Romeo Moreno. And Evolve is my canvas. Porque sí se puede.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Cam Hendricks and Art.
Oh! What's going on here? As Luca Crucifino and Tate Wilder, they're not waiting for the bell, Peter. They're giving Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins a taste of their own medicine.
That's exactly right. I was going to say very well deserved, I might add. You just don't want to have it backfire.
As this one spilling all around the arena right now, we might need some reinforcements. As Wilder running right through the competition.
Look at the innovative stuff there from Crucifino and Tate.
And Luca wiping out Cam Hendricks. Harley Riggins needs to turn his back. As there's Tate Wilder coming right at him with the moonsault. This match, of course, supposed to go down a couple of weeks ago.
All right, here come some officials. They're trying to get order and have an actual matchup. This is just a beatdown.
As we're trying to restore some order right here. Now you gotta wonder, Peter, are we gonna ever get this one started?
I am confused out of the gate, but also excited because, let's be honest, this comeuppance is well-deserved for Riggins and Hendricks.
Well, the bell finally sounds, and here we go. Harley Riggins and Tate Wilder to get things started right now. As Tate certainly has had a bit of an edge over the last couple of weeks.
100%.
Ever since being attacked in that parking lot.
Yeah, you would too, Blake.
As Tate Wilder, Luca Crucifino rolling right now. More tag team action when we come back on Evolve.
On Saturday, May 9th, after the biggest weekend in WWE, what happens at WrestleMania doesn't stay there.
Sweet, sweet revenge
it follows you. And in Tampa, it hits back.
Old scores are settled. It's personal. It's Backlash.
Welcome back to Evolve, as Tate Wilder and Luca Crucifino have been, well, they were in control, but it looks like Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins just took it back here with that distraction right into a spear.
As you see now, Riggins going to work on Tate Wilder.
Referee Felix Fernandez putting Crucifino back in the corner. He's yet to make his official appearance in this matchup, as Cam Hendricks, Harley Riggins have essentially been the two bullies on Wednesday night.
They have been more than that. I mean, it's almost understated. These guys have been running roughshod over Evolve. And I have been waiting for someone to get an opportunity to come back at these two.
Certainly a lot at stake right now for Tate Wilder, as he wants to get some comeuppance against Hendricks and Riggins. As Wilder now sitting in the corner, and Harley Riggins really asserting his size, former Michigan State football player.
He's a beast, man. There's no way around it. Both of these guys are beasts. Very talented. It's just the way they do things.
Nice double team right there by Cam and Harley into the cover. Hendricks hooks that outside leg. Right on the cusp there is Cam Hendricks. Of course, really forming his name on LFG, then coming to Evolve. And ever since coming to Wednesday nights, Peter, he's had all the momentum in the world.
Absolutely, and I gotta tell you, week in, week out, just as obnoxious as Cam Hendricks is, he's that impressive in the ring as well. Showing you sort of that really tough style.
And Peter, you have to wonder here, if Riggins and Hendricks are able to pick up the victory over Wilder and Crucifino, is that really safe for Tate Wilder now having to go back at these two?
Oh man, it puts him in a tough spot. I mean, that's just from a reputation standpoint. The last thing you want to have happen is you get bullied, and then when you stand up for yourself, you get bullied again.
Certainly a tough spot for Tate Wilder, almost a must-win scenario, but a little bit of a wild card on the outside. We have not seen Luca Crucifino in Evolve for roughly a year.
That is crazy. Time flies, man. And I gotta tell you, I've never seen someone, as you see the really interesting pants of Crucifino. I dig it. But have you ever seen anyone kind of wrestle in loafers before? He's wearing loafers.
Well, ever since he essentially got lost in the desert about a year ago, it's been a whole new Luca Crucifino ever since popping up a few weeks ago, having some conversations with Chuy Martinez. Really seeing a whole new side of Luca. As Tate Wilder here,
the conversations with Chuy can do that too.
Trying to get himself back in this matchup. As Harley Riggins chopping the bit, but look at Luca. He wants in this matchup. Tag made to Harley Riggins. And Luca right on the cusp, but Harley's gonna put a stop to it.
Oh, but Crucifino quick to duck under the chop from Riggins.
That's Crucifino in the best shape of his life, but we'll see how that translates inside the ring. You have to wonder, is there any ring rust right there?
It's been a transitional year, no question, for Luca Crucifino, but like you pointed out, does look to be in unbelievable shape. But right now, unfortunately, Tate Wilder nowhere near a tag, stuck in the middle of the ring, and that's the risk you have when you're a new tag team. And say what you want, but Hendricks and Riggins have found a little bit of camaraderie.
And of course, we know how personal this one's been between Tate Wilder, Harley Riggins, and Cam Hendricks. But speaking of personal, how about coming up a little bit later on, that bull rope match for the second time ever here on Evolve?
You want to talk about personal. What's happening between Brooks Jensen and Cappuccino Jones is absolutely nuts. And if you just tuned in to Tubi tonight, you are in luck when it comes to that main event.
Talk about different attitude layers and Tate Wilder over the last couple of weeks. We've really seen that from Cappuccino Jones over the last couple of months, ever since that PC and ID war. We'll see how that one plays out tonight against Brooks Jensen. But right here, Tate Wilder desperately wants some revenge over Harley Riggins and Cam Hendricks.
He desperately wants a tag to Luca Crucifino, and he just cannot seem to make it back to his own corner.
As Tate has essentially flown by himself ever since coming to Evolve. He was the sheriff in that one matchup between the PC and ID talents, but now he might have found himself a bit of an ally in Luca, but Cam Hendricks puts a stop to that. As you see Wilder going for that tag, but there's nobody in his corner.
Finally, I think we get to see Luca Crucifino, the new look Luca, and we do not. And Tate Wilder again back on his back, and Harley Riggins on top.
As Harley unloading right now, we've been waiting all match to see if Luca Crucifino has finally figured it out.
Well, we will have to wait a little bit longer because Cam Hendricks takes his legs out from under him, and now here comes the fresh man Hendricks as Wilder try to create some space.
Tag made indeed as Cam Hendricks unloading right now. We're seeing 3 former Division I football players in the ring, and Wilder, Hendricks, and Riggins, as Tate right now in a very tough spot, as Crucifino slowly climbing back up to the apron. So Cam Hendricks having his way right now with Tate Wilder.
I always wonder why Hendricks wears the gloves. It really gives creepy vibes.
Part of Showtime, I guess.
I guess so.
We'll see if it's lights cam action here tonight, but Harley Riggins.
Man,
look at the power here.
Harley Riggins, he is such a jerk, but he is such a beast.
And then we talk about Dorian Van Dukes, a guy you wouldn't want to see in a dark alley. Harley Riggins right up there.
Again, you're right. Dark alley, lit alley. Watch out. Oh, goodness.
They're going for the high-low, but Hendricks and Riggins run into each other. And this might be the opening Tate Wilder needs. Looking to split the difference right here is Tate. And for the first time in nearly a year, here comes Luca Crucifino.
Oh, and there's a battery in the back of Luca Crucifino.
As Luca doesn't chase energy, he redirects it.
Man, the speed and power of Luca Crucifino, those flying European uppercuts.
He's thriving in the ring. His frequency belongs in the ring. And he's showing up and showing out right here, Peter.
Yeah, and he's mocking Cam Hendricks along the way, and I love it.
There's a code breaker for Riggins, but a Showtime kick from Cam Hendricks sends Luca Crucifino down. As we're getting the deep waters of this one.
And Luca had a great run there, but now Cam Hendricks back in charge as Tate Wilder tags himself back in.
Cam trying to get some momentum. Eats the super kick of Crucifino. I don't think he saw the tag to Tate, who's gonna take Hendricks.
Could that be enough?
On a wild ride. But Harley Riggins breaks it up. Peter, this one's starting to break down in front of us.
Absolutely, as Crucifino now with the kick to Riggins.
Oh!
Gets tossed high over the top.
The elevation sends Crucifino to the outside. Hendricks and Riggins have the advantage right now.
Yeah, and Crucifino's face caught the mat on his way down.
Which is a microcosm of this entire story. All they've done is go 2-on-1 to Tate Wilder. But Tate will not back down. He will continue to fight. As Tate now exploding right through Harley Riggins.
Does he have enough though, man?
That's a big question right now. He's fought 90% of this matchup.
It was a brief moment where Crucifino had momentum with him and then taken out again, and now
tag made once again to Cam Hendricks. And that double team could be on display here. They may be thinking about the end, Peter. Oh, Wilder flips out. Oh, there's a tag to Crucifino.
Oh!
And Luca with the shoulder tackle takes down Cam Hendricks.
Crucifino showing the athleticism there, and he's gonna look to go up top.
He's going to rarefied air.
Oh, watch out.
As we know, Crucifino trying to cruise straight to the peak of Evolve. But he's gonna turn right into it. Lights, cam, action.
Here are your winners, Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins.
Well, Peter, a slight miscommunication right there is gonna cost Crucifino and Wilder as the bullies of Evolve pick up another dub.
So frustrating to have that be the result, because this match was a long time in the making. Weeks of animosity between these four leading up to this tag match. And if you bet there'd be chaos, you cash right away as major chaos before the bell even rang. But when the match gets underway, the returning new look Luca redirecting all of his energy into some incredible offense, accompanied by the wild ways of Tate Wilder, and things were looking up until Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins find a way to do what they do and score the victory.
Some impressive bursts right there in the return for Luca Crucifino. But just like they have over the last few weeks here on Evolve, Cam Hendricks, Harley Riggins will stand tall. I don't think Tate Wilder's done with this fight, but as these bullies celebrate a win, another competitor prepares as he finally gets his championship opportunity next week.
It's been clear since the moment that I came back to Evolve that there's one goal, one target, the Evolve Championship. And it didn't matter if it was Jackson Drake, and it doesn't matter now that it's Aaron Rourke. See, Aaron, I got nothing bad to say about you. You've shown perseverance. You've overcome a lot just to become the champion. But my path to the Evolve Championship has never been a direct line. But now Braxton Cole has forced his way into this match. So next week, it'll be a triple threat. And Brax, that just tells me everything I need to know about you. See, you're privileged. You're used to getting whatever you want. But you can't talk your way into winning the championship, and you can't buy your way into winning this title. See, people like you, they just set something off in me that I could just barely control. I grew up with a single mom working 14-hour shifts just to keep the lights on. I grew up raising my 2 little brothers, making sure that they were fed, walking them to school, putting clothes on their bodies. I was mopping floors and mowing lawns just to help my family survive. But that's something you wouldn't know about. See, maybe that's why sometimes I come off a little bit aggressive, but it's what fuels me. See, I have to be champion. And next week, since it's a triple threat, I've got 2 chances to win. I've got 2 targets. And when the bell finally rings at the end, everyone will hear, and new.
Evolve Champion, Harlem Lewis!
On July 18th, the world's most famous arena delivers the main event.
You know what time it is? It's Saturday night!
Everyone is buzzing about this spectacle. It's Saturday night's main event at the Garden. The Night of Fanatics Fest NYC. Tickets on sale now.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Mason Holiday from Fresno, California, Layla Diggs.
Set for more singles action in the Evolve Women's Division here Wednesday nights on Tubi. Blake Howard, Peter Rosenberg, as I know this is arguably, not even arguably, this is your favorite theme here on Evolve.
It's up there, and especially because I help the ladies with these moves. This one, wait, you're gonna see it. They're gonna show you one when they get in the ring, and that was directly, I taught them this one.
Now, I remember that tag team match a few weeks ago. You were trying to tell me, slid in their DM, showing them some moves. This is really a product of Peter Rosenberg?
Yeah, we talked through a lot of things. And they thanked me. They sent me an edible arrangement to thank me for the stuff we did together. And
it's very thoughtful.
Yeah, I fit. My family and I, we enjoyed the chocolate-covered strawberries. The pineapple was great.
And they also seem to enjoy Callie Armstrong being eliminated from that gauntlet match a week ago.
Yeah, the dances could end quickly when Too Strong Armstrong shows up.
Hey, all that dancing stuff is over with. Layla, you think you so funny? You don't think I saw you laughing at me because I lost the gauntlet? Well, since you want to be so funny, I'm about to get hilarious.
Her opponent from Inglewood, California, Callie Armstrong.
Well, Peter, it seems Callie agrees with you. The time for dancing is over.
Yeah, I had a hunch that Callie would not be in the mood for dancing, and unfortunately for Layla Diggs, she has the task of dealing with Callie Armstrong.
Right off the bell, trying to take it right to Layla Diggs. And as she was preparing for that gauntlet eliminator, trying to become the next Evolve Women's Champion, we saw Callie roll right through Mason Holiday a few weeks back here on Evolve. But this one, a different story.
Yeah, absolutely. This one, I think there's even more battery in the back of Callie Armstrong.
I mean, we saw for quite some time that chip on her shoulder continued to grow.
Oh, goodness.
We thought Callie got her groove back, unable to secure that Evolve Women's Championship for the second time. And now Callie finds herself with another uphill battle.
Well, as we talked about during that gauntlet match, Callie Armstrong went back to Inglewood to find herself.
Here we go into the cover, hooks that outside leg, only 2.
And she certainly found herself in Inglewood. And Callie looks like the first Callie that we met when Evolve began.
And Peter, as much as she's not happy with Mason Holiday, Layla Diggs doing some dances, celebrating, go, roll up, only 2. Celebrating after she was eliminated in that gauntlet match. A lot of this, there we go, 2. A lot of this aggression very well could be directed at Tyra May Steele.
That's a very good point. Obviously, that miscommunication.
Layla with a big heel kick. Layla trying to capitalize, only 2.
Of course, really, Nikita Lyons got out of the way, and Callie Armstrong to take down Tyra May Steele. Then Tyra cost Callie an elimination.
All throughout that gauntlet eliminator, looked like Callie Armstrong, Tyra May Steele working together. Very well could be those final 2 participants. A slight miscommunication, and we saw what happened, and that friendship quickly ended. As Layla, former track star, she can fly, goes for the moonsault, but right on the knees of Callie Armstrong.
Callie Armstrong, very savvy, very aware in the ring, and Could she already be?
She's up. She's got her bearings.
Oh, goodness!
And she runs right through Layla Diggs. Kelly Armstrong is locked, loaded,
count to 10,
and back on the winning track.
Here's your winner, Kelly Armstrong.
Wow.
Statement victory for Too Strong Armstrong.
Yeah, that was quick. I mean, the headline here, this is simple. Do not look at Callie Armstrong the wrong way. Don't laugh, don't talk, don't breathe. Avoid the Omega as she resets her path towards Evolve Championship gold.
Hey, Tyra, where you at? I know you back there. I know you can hear me. Bring yourself out here. Where you at? Yeah.
Oh, Peter, that showdown might come a lot sooner than expected.
No, she got something to say. No. You got something to say. Hey, no. Hey, knock it out, both of you.
The last time these two crossed paths in the aisleway, it was all friendly.
Hey! We're not doing this! We're not doing this! We've already had pandemonium tonight. I'm not gonna send more referees out here. Their job's hard enough as it is. You two are better than this. Hey! No, you two are premier athletes. We're gonna find out who the better competitor is, but we're gonna do it proper next week. How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
Foreman Thatcher doing work. Incredible statement right there by Foreman Thatcher. Alpha versus Alpha next week. And also next Wednesday, this title contender had some words for his fellow challengers.
Harlem Lewis is set off because he thinks that I am privileged. I wouldn't call it privilege. Yeah, I grew up eating lobster and wore designer brands and went to the best private schools in the country, and sure, I had a driver who would drive me to school every day, and when I didn't want him anymore, I had a brand new car sitting in my driveway for me. But when you live like this, there is expectations that you were supposed to live up to. And where Harlem Lewis is from, well, nobody's expected to do anything special. I mean, Harlem's claim to fame is that he got signed to a WWE contract. Beyond that is simply just a bonus for him. I got signed with the expectation that I am supposed to be one of the biggest superstars of the next generation. Anything less than success from me is a failure. And that is the Ivy League standard of excellence. A different type of pressure. One that I know Harlem Lewis doesn't understand. And honestly, Aaron Rourke too. I am what makes the perfect superstar. The body, the athleticism, the charisma, the intelligence. I am the one who will be on the banner of WrestleMania one day. And that is exactly why I will become the Evolve champion next week.
This world of ours is bigger than life. It's gritty, it's fantastic, it's intense.
But it doesn't come without sacrifice.
NXT breeds on chaos.
Here we go. If you believe in something, work until you have it.
NXT, this is what you want to go to.
Cam and Harley, tonight was not the exclamation point you thought it was. And this is far from over. I guess I should put this on myself because I should have known that you two would avoid at all costs going chin up with your opponents. You guys just think you're above everyone. Let's check some recent history. You pick a fight with the ID guys, and your first instinct was to what? Sneak attack them, lay them out several times, and then because I don't help you cheat to win as special guest referee, I'm your next victim? You knock me off my bike, you attack me and Luca before we have our match? Gosh, you guys are just some real blue chip athletes, aren't you? If you guys are just so scared, why don't you just admit it? I think it's because deep down you know that when I get my hands on you fairly, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Both of you. I'm gonna keep my head on a swivel. Damn sure you two better do the same. Because this ain't over until I say it is.
everyone is talking about when I put my WWE Evolve Championship on the line against Harlem Lewis and Braxton Cole in a triple threat match. Harlem Lewis talks about his anger and where he came from, and Braxton Cole talks about the pressure that comes with privilege. I mean, please. They think they have what it takes to be champion, but I know I do.
And Aaron Rourke fulfills his destiny.
So Braxton Harlem can be bigger, stronger, college athletes, whatever they want to say. It all drives me to continue carrying this title and to be a champion here in WWE. So next week, both Braxton and Harlem can figure out why I always stay clocked in. Period.
All right, Peter, big fight feel here. This one has grown quite personal over the last few weeks on Evolve, and for the second time ever, the first time since our inaugural Succession back in October of 2025, we will see a bull rope match here on Tubi.
Absolutely. And there's the man, the bad man from Alabama. Bam, bam, bam.
I said tonight, there is no fun. There is nothing left for you when you're in the ring with Brooks Jensen.
This is essentially his match. It's his 15th career bull rope match, second under the WWE umbrella. Of course, he lost the first one back at Succession to Tate Wilder. But this is his type of environment. Of course, go over the rules. Both superstars will be connected by the bull rope. There will be no disqualifications, no countouts in this one. The only way to win by pinfall or submission. And what's very unique, of course, Peter, that bull rope completely legal in this environment.
Absolutely. So not only are you tied to a partner, but you could use that bull rope in any way you want to.
And if you go back a couple of weeks, Brooks Jensen in the VIP section, sitting up close and personal, wanting to catch a glimpse at Chaz Starboy Hall and Aaron Rourke for the Evolve Championship. Quickly met by Cappuccino Jones in the VIP section. Cappuccino has had enough of the bad man from Alabama. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, man, take your last couple of sips of cappuccino because this thing is anything but a casual day at Starbucks.
Well, if you take a look at the attire for both Brooks and Cappuccino, it's that come as you are. They're essentially ready to throw down and fight here tonight in our main event.
Been so impressed with Cappuccino's evolution here on Evolve.
Be one of the pinnacles of Season 2 right here is this bull rope match.
The following contest is set for one fall, and it is a bull rope match. Introducing first from Ranburne, Alabama, weighing 250 pounds, Brooks Jensen. His opponent from Coffeyville, Kansas, weighing 180 pounds, Cappuccino Jones.
Cap's ready. Jensen always ready for this one. Take a look at the VIP section right there, Peter.
Yeah.
That second class of the ID talent.
Yeah, that's right. Santi Rivera, Jakari Ball, of course, Max Abrams.
The main man energy out here.
Oh, watch out!
Oh, and Jensen, before we even get a bell, going right after Cappuccino Jones, and that's right out of the Brooks Jensen playbook.
Yeah, this guy doesn't play by rules. We're not even all set here. The bull rope hasn't even been put on both competitors, and already Brooks Jensen doing Brooks Jensen stuff.
Had the opportunity, or at least tried to speak to Brooks Jensen before this matchup. The only thing he told me, I want to end Cappuccino Jones.
Well, that's going to be a tough task for Brooks Jensen, but he's just the man for it.
And that closed fist just catching Cappuccino right off the bell. And then you see those jeans Brooks Jensen's wearing. He let me know that these are jeans he's worn to fights before. We've seen him on NXT TV wearing these jeans against Josh Briggs. He stepped into a steel cage at TNA Wrestling wearing these jeans. This is essentially his fighting attire.
I wonder if there could be a jeans endorsement down the line for Brooks Jensen.
Well, we will see, as Brooks certainly wants to endorse himself as a future champion here on Evolve.
See what you did.
as Cappuccino Jones has essentially, over the last month or so, Peter, has been the thorn in his side, the guy preventing Jensen from getting that opportunity.
Well, listen, this is more for Cappuccino than just being the thorn in the side of Brooks Jensen, in my opinion, Blake. This is about Cappuccino Jones elevating himself truly to the top of the division here on Evolve.
We talked about, of course, Cappuccino jumping Jensen in the VIP section a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, well-deserved again, in my opinion.
And showing a whole new attitude, a new layer to Cappuccino Jones that we're not usually seeing, almost that happy-go-lucky guy. But when he got that opportunity at Succession against Jackson Drake, it was a new ball game for Cappuccino.
And here's the thing, though. We see the new attitude from Cappuccino Jones. Oh! As you see the aerial assault, look at Cappuccino!
And that is a move that worked well for Brooks Jensen the first time around against Tate Wilder back at Succession. That tug of war, if you will, but Cappuccino, he did some film study of his own, flying right through the air.
Yeah, but like I was trying to say, it's not just like Cappuccino Jones that he's shown a new attitude. That's great. You gotta start stacking W's, and he's gotta start by beating the bad man from Alabama, bam, bam.
And of course, you go back a couple of months when Cam Hendricks was in charge of Evolve, made that one-arm time behind his back match between Cappuccino Jones and Brooks Jensen. And Cappuccino fought all the way until the end.
Well, you know what? I think that totally blew up in Cam Hendricks' face. I think he thought that would be a bad moment for Cappuccino Jones. But instead, oof, it showed the heart of Cappuccino Jones. Even in defeat, Blake Howard, we learned about the toughness, something these three youngsters could stand to learn about.
As you see those three ID talents really understanding the danger that's involved in these matchups, as Brooks Jensen here crawling under the ring. But remember, Peter, no disqualifications in this matchup. Essentially anything goes. As Jensen, where's he going?
Where's he going? And he's dragging Cap with him.
Into the depths here, underneath the ring. And now looking to come out the other side as Brooks Jensen really utilizing his environment early on.
Yeah, and then using those big boots to stomp the head of Cappuccino Jones.
And you see Brooks with those taped up fists and of course wrapping that rope around his hand, adding even more leverage, packing even more power behind those punches.
Every single punch in a bull rope match has more impact because of that rope.
Now I got your best friend.
And Jensen trying to show what he's going to do to the friend of the ID 2.0 talent.
Great seat there for that ID talent.
As Jensen, he's going to send Cappuccino right in the VIP section. But Cappuccino's going to fly right back through.
Man! You cannot sleep on the aerial assault of Cappuccino Jones.
And getting some main man energy right there from Max Abrams. But Peter, who's walking out with the victory here in this bull rope match?
It's Giving Friday. It's giving big hits. It's giving main character energy.
Tippy time!
It's giving no way. Yes way. Oh, it's giving.
Watch out!
Giving. Giving.
Oh
my! Giving. It's giving SmackDown on Friday night.
Back in action here on Evolve main event. Bull rope match for only the second time in Evolve history. Brooks Jensen once again stepping into the ring, this time against Cappuccino Jones. And through the break, Peter, Cappuccino's capitalized reverse neck breaker into the cover. And only two.
I do think, Blake, in some ways there's more pressure on Cappuccino Jones than Brooks Jensen. I mean, Brooks Jensen's had, as you mentioned, 15 of these. He's going to have more of them. But for Cappuccino, there's a lot to prove tonight.
And Cappuccino, we've already seen him fly through the air and maybe made a mistake right there going to the top.
And what is Jensen doing here with his boot? No DQ, remember.
Oh, and Jensen capitalizing with that boot. Again, no disqualifications here. And Jensen going to send Cappuccino to the outside. But Peter, you brought up a great point. Of course, Cappuccino losing to Brooks Jensen, that one arm tied behind his back match. Unable to secure the Evolve Championship back in Succession. A lot of pressure right now on Cappuccino for a big win.
Absolutely.
Cappuccino pulling Jensen face first into the steel ring post. That caffeine high is in full effect, especially with that main man energy backing him right now. And Jones isn't done. Absolutely brutalizing Jensen's arm into the steel. And here he goes again. And now look, he's got the cowbell. Oh! And that's one thing Brooks doesn't want is more cowbell.
Absolutely not. Well done. I see what you did there. This is one of those situations where more cowbell, not a good thing, as Cappuccino going to work now with the rope wrapped around that left fist.
Really that confidence start to grow in Cappuccino as he has a bit of an edge, but again, Brooks Jensen, we talk about him being a veteran in this type of environment, finds a way to pivot quickly.
Absolutely. Oh! He knows this very, very well, but Cappuccino learning quickly.
Pulled right into the center of the ring as you see Max Abrams getting a little bit of an up-close and personal look right now.
The thing is about this matchup for Cappuccino, we know how effective he can be off the top rope, and you worry that that bull rope can affect his ability to do some of those things, but it looks like he's gonna try right now.
He certainly has that space to connect with a froggy brew elbow if he chooses to do so. There's a crossbody off the top!
Well, you know what, I take it back. Cappuccino had plenty of room, even with the bull rope, to get up the top rope there and hit that crossbody. And of course, to your point, will he have enough space to hit the froggy brew elbow?
And of course, Cappuccino Jones has made his name flying through the air, being that guy that really takes it to the aerial flight. And if you take a look at Cappuccino, you know he's trying to test his limits in this matchup, knowing that he's restricted with the bull rope.
Oh, well, maybe not so restricted because Cap just used the cowbell right on Jensen's exposed ankle. Jensen took the boot off earlier to use it, and now it's come back to haunt him.
Oh, and now Jensen just got a fistful of cowbell as Cap blocked the punch on an already injured arm, but able to sneak out of the O'Connor roll. Wow. Oh, and Jensen now with the goozle, but Cappuccino continuing to fight here. That left arm you might think could be compromised from the cowbell. And look at Cappuccino. Fujiwara armbar, it's locked in, Peter.
Very impressive stuff from Cappuccino Jones. I think there's a chance the cowbell did affect Brooks Jensen as he turns it into a pin.
The momentum rolls him over, but Cap floats right back. Cap needs to flatten Jensen down.
Oh, you see what Cap's doing? He's using the rope to bend the fingers back on that same left arm that connected with the cowbell of Brooks Jensen.
We saw Jensen use that rope across the face of Tate Wilder in the first bull rope match. Cappuccino Jones trying to put a spin on it right here and use it to his advantage.
Well, Cappuccino Jones showing he is ready for this kind of matchup.
And Jensen trying to bring some feeling back into that left arm. Brooks Jensen in for a little bit more of a fight than I think he expected.
Yeah, that may be true. He may not have thought Cappuccino Jones had this speed.
As Cap with a little pump kick creates some separation here. Trying to rock Jensen with some lefts. These two going back and forth. Those blows stinging even more with that rope wrapped around each other's hand.
Oh man, blow for blow in the middle of the ring. Attached by a bull rope. This is pro wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wednesday night on Tubi.
Jensen, that double palm thrust to the throat. And now a hangman's hold applied.
Oh, that rope is actually lodged in the mouth of Cappuccino. Good Lord, as he tries to fight out of the hold.
Cap trying to use that momentum off the ropes. Nice resourcefulness by Jones. Snaps off the DDT.
Oh, that could be a momentum changer for Cappuccino Jones. As you see Max Abrams, for some reason, acting like he's the manager of Cappuccino Jones on the outside. I'm not sure why.
And I think I just saw Santi Rivera and Jakari Balabas motioning Abrams to get back to the VIP section, but he wants that main man energy front and center.
Absolutely. The question is, does Cappuccino want it there?
Cap, he's up top. He's got the rope. He's going for that froggy brew.
No one home.
And Jensen sensed it. That might be the difference here.
Oh, no.
That double choke bomb sits out with it as Jensen. 2 7/8. Cappuccino still has a few drips to go.
Cappuccino Jones, he may have given up some of the momentum, but he finds a way to stay alive. And now what's Brooks Jensen looking to do?
And Jensen now going to look back for some more hardware, perhaps underneath the ring. And we knew there would be some plunder, Peter.
Absolutely. Brooks Jensen going for a table. Why does Max Abrams look like the valet at a country club?
He very well could be a caddy, but right now he's trying to give the assist to Cappuccino Jones. As you see Brooks getting back in as Cap.
And look at Cap, though.
He's fighting for his life, Peter.
He really is.
As Jensen now, only one boot on.
Yeah, he lost a boot, but he's still working. Now that's actually helpful for Cappuccino Jones because those boots are brutal that Jensen's wearing.
Jensen trying to set up the table now, center of the ring. If Jensen can drive Cappuccino Jones through this table, that could very well be the difference.
Well, yeah, I think Cappuccino's half just trying to untangle himself from that bull rope.
Cappuccino's been struggling here for the last minute or so, trying to get back to a vertical base. Brooks Jensen feeling so at home in this environment.
Oh man, what do you do if you're Cappuccino Jones right now?
And we know that chip on Brooks Jensen's shoulder continued to grow after being unable to knock off Tate Wilder in that first bull rope match back in Succession 1. And he lays Cappuccino on the table here.
Yeah, Cappuccino's prone right on the table in the middle of the ring. Where's Brooks Jensen looking to go? I wouldn't think up top. But
he is going up top with one boot, one hand, and one solid idea. But the injured hand cost him time, and here comes Cap to capitalize. That table center of the ring.
Goodness.
And a superplex. And snap into that one, Peter.
That is a big, big moment for Cappuccino Jones.
Driving Jensen right through that Slim Jim table. Now Cappuccino Jones, he found an opening. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Both men down, and that's got to hurt Cappuccino as well.
You can see some of the carnage laying around the ring, broken pieces of table, different shards of objects around as referee Jeremy Marcus checking in. Both of these guys trying to scratch and claw. They both look like, it looks like Jensen now. He's trying to go for that cowbell. Uh-oh. Wait a second. What's Max Abrams doing?
Why is Max Abrams getting in the way? Jensen's actually allowed to use the cowbell.
I mean, there are no disqualifications, so Abrams can be in the ring. But why? Oh! What was that?
What the hell is Max Abrams doing?
He clocks Cappuccino with the cowbell, and this one should be academic.
Here's your winner, Brooks Jensen.
Santi Rivera, Jakari Ball completely in shock. What kind of main man energy is that?
Absolutely embarrassing and weak behavior. Man, Cappuccino and Jensen have been at odds for a long time, for months now, and it comes to a head in this bull rope match. Cap comes out flying with the signature aerial assault all over the Evolve Arena, but Brooks Jensen turns it into a dogfight, delivering that bad man beating, and Cappuccino surges with that extra shot of espresso, suplexing Jensen off the top rope through the table, but out of nowhere, Max Abrams gets involved, and all of a sudden, the cowbell to Cappuccino Jones, costing him the match.
We're still in shock here inside the Evolve Arena. The look and demeanor on the face of Max Abrams has completely changed, Peter. What's gotten into this kid?
He had nothing to do with this matchup.
As Jakari Ball, Santi Rivera, again, they can't believe what they're seeing. We can't believe what we're seeing.
Well, someone's got to get involved and do something.
And it looks like they're going to hopefully put a stop to this. As Max Abrams begs off.
This is disgusting. Max Abrams has ruined an incredible moment here on Evolve.
Oh, wait a second. Now it's a 3-on-1 beatdown. Max Abrams directing traffic. Peter, what the hell's going on?
Jakari Ball, Santi Rivera, and Max Abrams beating down Cappuccino Jones for what?
And of course, it's Gall, the cheerleader out here.
This is awesome.
He's certainly loving it. We, of course, saw him ringside for Ball and Rivera. They look up to this guy.
And now it's Gall celebrating the beatdown of Cappuccino Jones.
Now it's about to be 4-on-1. Wait, there's CJ Valor. He's joined up with these guys.
And now they're celebrating that he took down Gall too.
And now the second class of ID talent coming together.
Absolutely disgusting, Blake Howard.
A complete shift from Max Abrams, Santi Rivera, Jakari Ball, and now CJ Valor. And it looks like this ID 2.0 class is set to take over Wednesday nights here on Tubi.
Oh, God.